Hi, everybody. It's Kerry, Ellison, principal broker here at Keller Williams, and we are so excited today. We're sitting down with Jason Edington, who has the Lifestyle Collective team, and he's our executive broker in Hot Springs. So stay tuned. It's a great interview. For people who may not know yet, tell us a little bit about your business and the areas you serve throughout Arkansas.
Well, my name is Jason Edington. I'm the executive broker of Keller Williams Realty Hot Springs and the team leader of the Lifestyle Collective. I've been in the business 28 years. I've been able to and fortunate to help people buy and sell real estate throughout Arkansas.
There you go. So what areas do you kind of serve in Arkansas?
Mainly people know us from Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, and parts of central Arkansas, but we actually have a larger footprint throughout the state as we concentrate on lifestyle properties. So we sell lake homes, waterfront properties, ranches, development land, commercial properties.
Wow. So y'all really encompass all of it.
We try.
So you've built a huge presence in Arkadelphia and Hot Springs and the surrounding areas. What do you think has contributed most to your growth of your business?
Without doubt, I think it's the relationships.
Okay.
I believe that people have a misconception that this is a sales business, and it's really a relationship, a people business. And I think we concentrate on the relationship more than the transaction, which has helped us thrive in the real estate business.
Yeah. So your team, the Lifestyle Collective, has really made waves its first years. What inspired you to start this team, and what makes your team different from the typical model that we see in the industry?
Well, I think what makes us different is what we concentrate on, which is um, building dreams and creating lifestyles through marketing real estate itself. So we concentrate on finding properties, whether you're an investor, whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're a family trying to sell a lake home. We concentrate on the marketing and we concentrate on the community and the lifestyle behind that property versus just selling the property.
So a lot of agents struggle with growth because they try to do everything alone. At what point did you realize and say, hey, I need to do something different? I need to build something bigger than just me?
I think it's when I realized that time is our most valuable asset.
Mm-hmm.
I can only take on so many clients and provide the quality of service. So I wanted to train, teach, and to create a system that I've developed over the years, along with Keller Williams, and train those agents on how to expand our reach and expand our client base while providing the same quality of service.
So your branding and presence really stands out. How important has marketing and social media been to your success?
I think marketing is very critical. I was able to adapt to internet marketing, social media early. And I think those tools allow us to have a farther reach than, let's say, the small town Arkadelphia or Hot Springs.
So when you say marketing, that's such a broad term. What does marketing really mean to you?
Again, going back to the lifestyle, it's, anyone can get up and say it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. But what people really want to know is the amenities that the community offers, the area that surrounds it, whether it be lakes, rivers, hunting, fishing, even farming.
Yeah. So I know when you do marketing, you say you do social media and internet. Can you give us some examples of where you spend your money on the internet
Oh,
and
yes.
on social media?
Well, obviously, you need to be, for the younger version, TikTok.
Okay.
Facebook is still paramount. Instagram, those are the 3 that we focus on.
Wow. So switching back, what advice would you give agents in smaller markets that think they can't build a big business because of where they're located?
First, stop using your market size as your excuse.
Yeah.
What some believe is that you have to be in a larger market in order to have opportunities, when you've got to stop and realize that really this is a relationship business. So in a smaller community, relationships are more important. News travels faster, referrals travel faster, and your reputation matters the most.
So what are you most proud of when you look at what you've built so far?
Well, obviously the accomplishments, but watching both the agents build wealth through real estate and our clients, achieving their goals and building wealth through real estate throughout Arkansas.
Yeah. So what's next for you and Collective Lifestyle Collective?
Well, we still want to be and continue to strive to be the premier real estate team in Arkansas. focusing on real estate throughout Arkansas and the lifestyle through Arkansas.
Any big goals or vision for the future?
Uh, Doing what we're doing, but making it better and making sure that the quality of service is paramount.
So, when you think about it, what does success look like to you today compared to like when you first got started? I know you've been in the business 28 years. I know your goals have changed.
Yeah, I think when you first get into real estate, it's the financial freedom that you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
What has changed for me is now watching and helping agents grow and be successful while helping our clients grow and be successful as well.
So, is there anything else when you think about your team and what you guys have done that you'd like to share?
I think as long as agents realize that this is a people business and that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, you'll be successful.
So, I want to rewind back to the beginning.
Okay.
I'm going to go off script here a little bit, and I want to rewind a little back to the beginning. What made you get into real estate 28 years ago?
Honestly, I fell into it. I moved to Houston, and my neighbor worked for a real estate company. I was looking for a job. I knew how to build websites, which was uncommon for 1997. So she asked me to do an interview, and I walked in. Now, what I didn't know is they hire everybody as an agent, send you to class, and get you licensed. But I happened to fall into the #1 Remax team in the world at the time, and so I watched their model and did what they asked me to do, and learned to sell real estate.
And what was that back then?
Believe it or not, it was about relationships. They did marketing, and marketing back then was much different. We didn't have the internet. In fact, the MLS was just evolving. So Realtor.com at the time was owned by Realtor, the Realtor Association.
Yep.
That's the only avenue we had.
Yep.
But people didn't go to the internet looking for real estate. They came to real estate offices. We printed out a sheet, came up with a map, and took them out for a tour.
Yeah.
So it was still back to the relationships, and that's kind of what they did. Is their marketing was postcard marketing for birthdays, anniversaries, just anything and everything to keep their name out there.
So fast forward, you're in Houston selling real estate. How did you get to Arkadelphia?
Well, I'm from Arkadelphia.
Okay.
So I moved to Houston because I wanted to get away. I was going to become a criminal psychologist.
Ooh.
And then I found out that I had another 6 years to go.
Oh, wow.
And so I said, I'm going to take a break. And so I moved to Houston because it was the biggest city nearby. And like I said, fell into real estate.
And then how long were you in Houston doing real estate before you moved back to Arkansas?
5 years. And then I had ailing grandparents.
Okay.
So I moved back to kind of take care of them, and then started my career in Arkansas in 2003.
Wow. And so were you at your current company from 2003 till you joined us?
I was.
Wow. That's a lot of years.
18
Wow.
years.
So just out of curiosity, what was it that made you say, boom, I want to join Keller Williams?
Looking at how Keller Williams focused on the agent, having the model set up for the agent to prosper instead of the broker, that was the biggest decision. I looked at the amount of money that I made my broker over 18 years and where I was as far as the splits, and it just didn't make sense anymore. I was doing 98% of the business, yet taking home 30% of the income.
Wow.
And I just said, okay, it's time to look at something else. And I looked at Remax. I looked at other franchises, and Keller Williams had the best one set up for agents to be prosperous in their own business.
Yeah.
And the technology.
Yeah. So thinking about, you've been with us 5 years?
It'll be 5 years. Yeah.
Wow. So what have you learned since you joined Keller Williams?
That if you're going to be successful, you can be successful anywhere, but you can be more successful at Keller Williams. If you're a new agent, you need to go to Keller Williams because they offer tons of training, tons of experience from experienced agents, firsthand knowledge. I mean, you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that anywhere. I know that for personal experience. Even at Remax early on, they didn't teach you anything.
Yeah.
It was basically learn as you go.
So when you think about new agents getting in the business, and we hear this a lot, that you're 45 minutes from us, you're in a hub, you're not out of Little Rock, you're in here. Where do you see that being beneficial to you to still have the Keller Williams brand down there?
The technology, the brand recognition, and the fact that I have the resources to build my own business. I just have to implement them.
Yeah.
For me, again, it's the relationship business. So I can bring the clients, do what I did before, but having the technology and the backing of Keller Williams and the new technology coming out, being able to adapt to that quicker.
Yeah.
My old company, new technology would come out, but they were not adapting to that technology. They wanted to keep everything old school.
Sure.
They didn't even want to do lock boxes.
Oh, wow.
You still had to go to each office, pick up a key.
Oh, my God.
If you had 7 showings or 5 showings, it didn't matter. They'd be all across town. You had to deliver all the keys back because there was another showing. It was just not conducive for you to be able to thrive in real estate.
Yeah. So again, thinking about agents in smaller towns, what advice would you give them when they're looking at getting into real estate or they're looking at growing their business in a small town?
I would say 1, call Keller Williams. 2, focus on the relationship. This is a relationship business.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has a different sphere, and some of our sphere crosses each other, but people do business based on the relationship they have with someone, the trust they build with someone. And you can't build that by throwing up a billboard or putting a sign out or sending out mailers. Until they know you, they don't know you. They don't trust you. You've got to build that by being involved in their community. So the first thing I would say is get involved in your community. Know what's going on and participate.
So you live in Arkadelphia. Do you do a lot of business around Arkadelphia?
I do.
You know, so when you
outskirts
on the out, when I think of when I grew up in a small town in Paragould, and I think of people do business in one small area, but it sounds like you've had a lot of success going around your area.
Go around the area. That's right. I sell farms in Hope, Texarkana, where I may sell single-family residential in Arkadelphia, more duplexes and commercial property in Arkadelphia. Hot Springs, similar, but more commercial, more land development. And then some rural areas, I sell more land for development, for solar companies, you name it. It's just opportunities there. You just got to listen for it.
Yeah. I think what I've seen with you is you're almost a unicorn in the fact that you, like in the bigger cities, like here in Little Rock, you're either really residential or you're commercial. You're not both. But it's really unique that you do farms, you do commercial, you do everything.
I think that's because of the small community. I realized really quick coming from Houston and doing the volume I was doing in Houston, it wasn't happening in Arkadelphia.
Yeah.
So I was told early on, expect your salary or your commissions to be X. And I said, if it was that, I'm going back to Houston. So I thought, okay, I need to learn as much as I can and do as much as I can. And that's why I started working on farms, ranches, commercial property, trying to learn as much as I can and do as much as I can, because in Arkadelphia or smaller communities, you may not be able to be as prosperous by sticking to one thing. Does that make sense?
No, it does. And I think, when sometimes I think people in small towns, again, I'm from a small town, think that's all you can do. And I think you're such an icon to be able to go do all of this and make the money and make the volume you've done in such a small town. I think it's an amazing thing to watch.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch you grow too.
I appreciate it.
For more interviews and for more tips and more insights on how to do this business at a high level, click on the button below, like us or subscribe.